Alright, so getting ready to play my first game as a master ranking. You can see that I've got my same setup except I switched in the Crusader Plus Plus for my Demon. It's got the same range, it's got block, and it's got a diagonal attack as well. Everything else is set up pretty good. This match, something pretty interesting happens. I actually face someone who decides they don't really want to play me. So let's see what happens here. Alright, so it's a Grandmaster. He's got 100 morale points. I only filled up 98 of mine while I'm trying to decide what my next two morale points are going to be spent on. Possibly an upgraded beacon, possibly an upgrade to one of my champions on the right side of the board. Here I kind of got to the opening move and he brought his penguin out initially, and then watch what he decides to do here. So he brings his penguin back. I think he's just being defensive. I basically can take anything he's got unless he moves back, so he moves back in, doesn't engage the Phoenix, and now everything is back where it started except maybe in a different order. So now he begins by taking his Paladin and going back and forth. Really no good reason to do that except to try and avoid me. So I'm moving around here, not sure what in the world is going on, why he's doing that. Maybe he's going to bring the Phoenix out to try and engage me or something here. But, as you can see, he doesn't have a Soul Keeper, he doesn't have a beacon, he's not set up to properly defend if his Phoenix is taken. So I'm just moving along, trying to give him an excuse here to let his Minotaur hit me. Had to tell him how exciting I thought it was. He doesn't move his militia to clear a way for his Minotaur, he is not moving. So then he says, I can't do anything about you having an OP strategy. I've used it. Well, I faced one myself the other day and did fine. I've run this strategy with only the wizard. And there are plenty of people that engage me and beat me at times. So, yep, and what he really realizes is that the beacon neutralizes Minotaur when in combo with the Phoenix. And so he's not so much worried about Beacon Phoenix only, but Minotaur kind of gets neutralized by the Beacon, which, of course, is why I love it. So we're going here still at 3 times speed. I realized he is literally not going to move out. So what can I do? Well, his entire front line is guarded by champions. There aren't a lot of weaknesses. I almost got, with my Crusader there, I almost got his militia when he had a Moon Fox in front of it and nothing to protect, but he ends up protecting it. So I'm thinking here, okay, I can't really trade anything. Militia cost a lot of morale if they die, but you know what doesn't cost a lot of morale? What have I got for my two front line in the very middle? I've got my Spearmen. The Spearmen also have 2 attack range, which is really nice because you can see I control everything 2 away from his militia and penguins, except for his Spearman on the far left. And so I'm going to take that minion and I'm going to bring it with me. Here I was thinking about getting my Soul Keeper close to defend my Crusader. Do I want to hit with the Crusader? Probably not, because the Moon Fox can attack diagonally and take away my block. So move my Phoenix down to try and protect the left side of the board. And now I've brought my Wizard up. The Wizard is going to do a nice little trick here. Yep. There goes my Spearman. He still doesn't know what's coming yet, so he's just moving around getting ready to defend. I'm not going to try and let on until not only is my Spearman in place, but the left side of my board is defended in case he tries to come out. So here he thinks about it for a second. He's pausing. If I take his Princess with my Wizard, what's he going to do? Well, he moves his Minotaur there, which would be a great move if I was going to take it with his Wizard. I'm not going to. He doesn't know what I'm going to do yet. Now he understands. It's a little bit too late. I've got pieces in place to defend. Move my Wizard back just in case. Setting up Phoenix to defend as it does well. And here's where he realizes he's in trouble for a second. one of my Soul Keeper close here to try and defend if it needed to go up behind the Spearman, but it's probably a dangerous move because once he moves down, if he takes my Phoenix, what I can't do is beacon away. So luckily that was the only piece that was going to attack it, so I had my Soul Keeper close and move my Phoenix away at the first chance I got. So now I've got his Princess. I've got a 13-point morale advantage. There's not a lot he can do about that, and he knows it. You know, basically, he has to come out now. It's like playing sports when you're down. Time's ticking. It's already past move 50. It's move 58. We both have, you know, 80 and 90 morale respectively. So now I just need to play defense. He's got to do something. I've got to make a mistake. Otherwise, I'm going to win based on morale as the countdown happens. He does try and take my Soul Keeper, which would be a really big morale shift if I lost that with his Paladin. Paladins can be pretty sneaky once you get to 2 pluses and or possibly the 1 plus can teleport in addition to their attack. When they can teleport, they can often skip right over your minions that don't have long attack range. So he's got 2 Minotaurs. He knows that they're hard to use against my beacon. He's getting his minions into place here, which, you know, is kind of what he should have done from the beginning. Now that he's down, it's not going to help him win the advantage points back. So basically, I'm happy to trade minion for minion. He's got militia, I've got militia, so it's going to be an even trade on morale. Any champions he engages, I really need to use my Phoenix. Here he almost got me trapped a little bit with his militia. If he moves down to the right for him, he would have my Haunted Armor and my Crusader trapped. Unfortunately, because it's so far away from his side, even if his king hit that spot, I would probably still be able to escape with my king, but you know, might have been worth a shot because now that I've got my Crusader into a safer spot, he doesn't really have a lot going in his favor. Still up by 12 or 13 depending on the turn. Moonfox can do some damage. He ends up moving it left to target my beacon, which if I left my Haunted Armor there, he could take my Haunted Armor, and then when I returned and took his Moonfox, it would have spawned 2 spaces diagonally up to the left from my Soul Keeper, and he would have gotten all his morale disadvantage right back and then some. So he decides to move his Phoenix down here. I don't know why he does that. He has no support. He plans on protecting it with his Paladin, which, you know, yes, maybe you can do, but, you know, even if you bring your Minotaur over, I've still got a beacon open. The egg spot is not in jeopardy at this point, even if I bring my Phoenix over and he tries to, or the location for the beacon where something would go, which is what he's blocking now. He's trying to stop that in case I bring my Phoenix up. He doesn't want me to teleport back. But I'm actually okay now moving my beacon back to its original position because I don't need extended range due to the fact that he has to move out and has moved out. So his Phoenix move was risky. He's getting more and more value. The downside to this is if he gets really, really close to his actual value of 15 before it respawns, and he doesn't get it, not only does he lose his 9 penalty, but he loses all the value of the egg as well, which you're about to see happen. Takes him all the way down to 18 from 41. So at this point, I basically have to make a terrible mistake for him to win. He knows it's over. He's going to move and try and expose something here, but I mean, it's already turned 90. His stall did not work, and as you can see, he types in chat that he's tired. Yeah, it was a long game. He tried to stall. You know, I know you felt like nothing could do any damage to my deck, but I don't make perfect plays all the time. You've got to try, you've got to have a strategy that's going on with your deck. And he didn't bring it to this game against my matchup. So a few turns away here, he's going to keep moving around. I can probably still do something rash and survive this, but I don't. I just wait for him to, make a fair trade here, protecting where I need to protect. He can take my Phoenix. That's going to kill him if he loses Moonfox. He knows that, so he doesn't. Tries to move down here. I'm just protecting, and now he wants to put my king in check, which, if he took, would actually be something good. But once he moved his Haunted Armor down there, then I can pin his wizard. His wizard had no escape route because it came from the space 2 above that. And he's thinking, he realizes it's turn 101. He's got one move left to make before I can hit him no matter where he goes. And I did. So, stalling doesn't work against my strategy if you've got a princess, but next time we should